Well,
welcome.
welcome to another edition of Can We Talk with
R&B podcast, yes.
Namdi.
Yes,
Yes,
and Omar,
R&B
yes.
podcast. Yes, whenever you're in that search box, remember R&B podcast. Can we
Yeah, yeah,
talk R&B podcast?
yeah.
Um, what do we have on the agenda for today, sir?
Well, I think one of the things that caught us by surprise was Adele recently announced
Right.
very cheerfully online that she cannot fulfill her Vegas residency and pocket the $14 million. I think it's actually £14 million. So that would probably equate to almost $20 million for I think 3 weeks of work. Um, she's blaming it on COVID and some delaying the production. But one or two of the people who commented, because when I posted it, were saying, "Oh, she's done it before. She did it with her vocals when she was doing on tour before." And it got me thinking that was this stage fright, is the pressure on, and this is her way out to say, oh, it's delayed, we can't help it, or is it genuinely like there's an issue? Because I didn't think about it. Wow, but Vegas, I mean, that they put on big fight. It's not hard
Right.
to get this, put stuff together. They do this all the time. So it's not as if you're flying elephants from India down to, and there's a delay. You know, it's pretty
Right.
much a band. It's pretty much your backup singers, and you sing. And so I started to wonder if it is, stage fright, and this is anxiety that she's experienced continuously. And then she just put a hold to it, and she's not ready for it. And then this is the excuse she's given. So I don't know, but any thoughts?
And it's interesting you say that because it's like these type of productions, they strategize and they
Yeah.
think things through months in advance, like, and even when you have, like, the background dancers and the state, usually there's like a backup to all these people.
Yeah, yeah.
So to say that everyone is out, half of the crew is out sick, and I don't know if I'm buying it. And then she did it like literally the day before, right? Wasn't it the day before she canceled?
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
so inconvenient for the people that have already flown out,
I mean,
spent
people are
their
flying from
money.
the UK, so it's around the world. So it's not like you just people just driving up to Vegas. I mean, it's people who
Yeah,
took
I would
the
be
weekend
pissed.
off. Yeah, because even if you got your money
Especially
back, yeah.
what?
No, even if you got, I
Especially
mean, yeah. Can you imagine taking the weekend off, flying to Vegas from wherever around the world, or even from the States, and they said, "Oh, yeah,
right.
yeah,
You get your money back from the tickets, but not from, I mean, from the concert tickets, but not everything else. Like, I
no,
mean, you would just have to enjoy everything. I'm here. I might as well go to the casino. But I don't know. I wasn't surprised. I was a little disappointed in her because contrary to popular belief, I do like Adele, some of Adele's music.
mm,
And, this has been something that it's not the first time she's done this. It's like the last time she was having vocal issues,
mm,
and she even wrote a strange letter to her fans, almost expressing how she doesn't like the tour. That was like in 2000, I believe, 17.
mm,
And now it's time to, promote this new album, and you're going on. You have this big Vegas residency, and you're canceling the day before. I don't know. I don't know that I necessarily believe the story, but we'll have to see if she reschedules everything. I don't know how she's going to do it, but I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of people canceling because also the Fuji's canceled, correct? So
Well,
maybe it's something we don't know.
yeah. I mean, I think with the Fugees, I think there was a lot of excitement when they came back and did their first concert for global citizens. That was a kind of global
Yeah.
awareness around stuff, around stuff. I don't know what it's really about. It's about ending poverty and stuff, which is good. I'm all for that.
Hmm.
And and then when the technicalities about starting their global tour in March, they're saying, "Oh, COVID has hampered the touring," um, and I don't know if that is the case, but or is as their ticket sales probably might not have been to the expectation, because you think about like New Edition now, they've added. You
Yeah.
think New Edition can go on this tour by themselves, but they've added Jodeci and Charlie Wilson. Somebody tells me like, wow, you could have just done it on your own. Jodeci could have just done it on your own, but they're probably looking at big venues and they're looking at filling those out, and they just there's that uncertainty about, look, these guys haven't done this in a while, so
Right.
let's go big. And there
You
could
do
be
bring up an interesting thing though, because maybe the ticket sales in both cases, maybe the ticket sales haven't sold as much as they thought. And yes, the pandemic is a real thing. So a lot of people are very fearful. I mean, it's
mm,
not that people don't have the interest, but it's a lot of things that are going on that people are very uncertain. So maybe the ticket sales weren't selling what they were. But my whole thing is with in Adele's case, she canceled because she said that her crew, half of them was sick or something like that. But you can't do an alternative version of the show just in the beginning, like where it's more stripped down. Because I mean, essentially, how much is really going to go into a production of Adele? It's not like she has like all these choreographed dance
yeah.
numbers and
I mean,
things
if
going
you've
on.
seen
Just
clips of
do an
Usher,
intimate,
yeah, if you've seen
yeah,
Usher has roller skates and backup dancers. Adele just has her singers, the musicians, and probably lights
right.
and a few change of clothes. So there isn't that much in there compared to, say, if Usher says his crew would done, I would understand, because he puts on like a production, he does a lot of stuff in there. But if he's able to do it, I think his was a lot of anxiety. But
That's
then
what I
I
believe.
think with the New Edition, Jodeci, I don't believe there's an issue with ticket sales for them, because
Right. Now
we
that's selling.
yeah, I think I, mean, I've got a friend who is based in San Fran, and she's already bought her two tickets to see them in LA, I think twice. That's how
Hmm.
front row seats, paid over $200 for them. So I don't believe that the New Edition Jodeci stuff is going
Yeah,
to be an
some
issue.
people they willing to risk it all for I can't stand the rain and don't be cruel. They willing to risk it all. And that's
Yeah.
fine. I mean, I don't know. I would definitely like that's like one
Are
of
you
the
seeing
concerts that
them? Are you going to see them in
huh?
Cleveland? Are you going to see them if they come to Miami, Cleveland, or New York, or LA?
No. Pandemic or no pandemic, no. But if somebody bought me a ticket, maybe, but I I can't promise anything. But I would
Okay.
say that's more of an attractive package to me than going to see Adele. I think that I would see them because they are putting a great show.
Yeah.
There's multiple acts that I can get a taste the feel of. It's a great bill. Like that's a great bill.
I
I
think
would
I'm.
love the Blackstreet and Guy to be on there. That would just be. I would love that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I mean, I'm as I said, but so just as we wrap up, I think the one thing that, as I said, regarding the Adele situation, oh no,
mhm.
Fuji's quickly, was the fact that I think that there's probably wasn't the interest in the tickets
Now, yeah,
at the
I can
amount
see
of
that.
money that they were probably charging. And there was because what Lauren and might have been requesting as, okay, this is my fee, and then Wycliffe and Price said, well, this is what we're going to get, and then the promoters like, but based on
Yeah.
what you guys want and how much we're selling, we can't afford it. So it's quite easy to say, well,
I also think that Lauren's starting to build a certain reputation with the fans that she's performing for, because I see a lot of jokes about her not being on time, maybe possibly not showing up on time.
yeah, yeah.
So
But then
it's
even the last
unfortunate.
performance, she was they were 2 hours late.
Yeah,
So
I
this
don't
is
get
so
that.
I think there's that sense of, yeah, you know what? So I mean, I saw them when they came to the UK, maybe 2005, 2006, and they were making fun of Black Eyed Peas. They say, oh, these are Will I Am is a wannabe kind of thing, but and then the show wasn't as cohesive as it was when they were, when I saw them back in the States back in the 90s. They're
Mm.
different. I think Lauren. I think Lauren needs to be. She's good when she's on her own, when she's controlling everything on her own. She's excellent. I think they've outgrown the Fugees to the sense where when they're performing,
Yeah.
it's not as cohesive because Wycliffe has a very different idea as to how he wants to control things, and Lauren has a very different vibe where she controls the band in a certain way. And at this stage, I don't believe it works well, and I think it just wasn't working out, and they probably said, yeah,
Yeah.
let's not
I
let's
just
not
find
do
it
it.
very unprofessional, and I think that you can have those eccentric habits when when you're playing to smaller audiences,
Yeah,
but when you have these grand big tours, it's very unprofessional to show up 2 hours late. And I'm wondering, what do they do? Like, who's the opening acts? Because I mean, I just wonder, how do they accommodate the people that are waiting for them to show up? Like, I can imagine just sitting there waiting
yeah. I mean, so as I
before the
said,
stage.
I think the final thing I remember when Lily was saying, "Man, how does Katy Perry get 100 million? That kind of stuff." I mean, they're both signed to the
Mhm.
same type of label, but Adele is getting 20 million just to do 3 weeks of performance, and the black artists who put on a proper show. Look at New Kids on the
Yeah.
Block and New Edition, and you just think that if they're
But
both,
we've always had to work harder. We've always had to work harder, and that's just what it is. But I mean, we can't deny that they bring in a wider scope of an audience. More people will go see an Adele. More people will go see a Katy Perry. Their music, um, it just appeals to a wider audience. And
mm,
again, we can't ignore the prejudices and the racism that even lies inside the audiences. There are people that would go see Katy Perry over, you know, her counterpart, whoever that may be, um, Beyonce or whoever. I don't know, but
no, no, not Beyonce,
it is what it
probably, yeah,
is.
yeah, but no,
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Ashante,
know who her. Yeah, I don't know who was the comparable artist in the same genre, but
yeah,
I just don't see. Well, Rihanna though, I think Rihanna would probably be
yeah.
someone
No,
that
I
is.
think
Yeah,
Rihanna's.
because
She,
Rihanna's actually had
she's.
more hits than her,
Yeah, I mean, Rihanna
but
has more number ones than Beyonce. She's probably Rihanna, Mariah Carey, and Janet are the top, the only top, and Madonna are the top four
mhm,
female artists who have the top, in the top 10. So, and Rihanna is I won't say a crossover, but Rihanna is, if she has a concert, she will get a
yeah,
nice wide audience stuff. But anyway, yeah, well, hopefully Adele, you're British like myself, so wishing you all the best and stuff, and
mhm.
hopefully your fans can come see you in a later date. And if you do want, if you want to talk about what's going on, you reach out to us. We'll always get you as a guest
Yes,
on the show.
yes. Keep us in mind, Adele.
Okay.
And guys, let us know what you think in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe.
Thanks for watching the show today.
And before we go, remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe button.
Yeah, but also remember to hit the notification button so you can be notified when we have a future show.
That too.
All
All
right.
right. See you
Thanks,
next time.
guys. Bye.